What's up, fellas? Week 4, TFL. Cap, joined by Noah, as always. Maybe we have an interesting show for you guys tonight. I'm going to start it off, Noah, and then we're going to talk a little recap last week, a little previews this week. But we had a blockbuster go down. First trade of 2017 draft, 2017 season. Me and Chris, how'd I come out, bro? Did I do all right?
Dude, I think you made out well, dude. Chris, I don't know what you were thinking. I'm not arguing Travis Kelce isn't a top 5 tight end, but he's a tight end.
He's a tight end. He's a tight end nonetheless. And Chris, I definitely took you to the woodshed, man. I really don't know what you were thinking. Basically, you said you wanted to go Kelce or Odell. I know he's got a bum ankle, but I'm going to take a chance. I'm rolling dice on Odell. Look, one thing I know is that the Giants cannot run the ball, and Eli's about to throw that bitch 40 to 50 times a game. Might be playing from behind in half those games. I'm going to take my chances with Odell getting them targets, bro. I came out all right?
Came out all right.
I came out all right. All right, well, let's recap real quick. So now, we're 3 weeks in. All right, look at a quick little checking out the standings. Me and Casey, boy, we the only ones sitting undefeated, 3-0. And then, as always, we got a bunch of 2-1, bunch at 1-2. And then, let's talk about our last week at the bottom. I mean, Alex and Dylan, bro.
Dude, honestly, I'm a little surprised Alex's team is 0-3. Alex, your team's better than your record. I still think your weak point is running backs. You need to trade for one. Bad. A legitimate running back.
No doubt. It's Alex, I think the only shot, dude, is Derrick Henry. Somehow can be that feature guy. We all know he can be. DeMarco goes down. Yeah, Dylan, he might go down. Then you'd have a shot, but
Dylan, I'm not surprised you're 0-3 team.
Dylan, your team fucking sucks. I've been kind of nice. I was trying to beat up on you a little bit week 1, but I'm taking the fucking gloves off. Your team sucks. I was trying to help you out. Get Ajayi off your hands. Maybe throw a little bit of extra talent your way. Maybe you can disperse a little bit. But if you want to keep rolling with Tyrell Williams all year, by all means, bro, go ahead and see.
Jacquizz Rodgers is plugged in your flex for this last week, which he didn't really do anything last week anyway. But
yeah, we're gonna see. Once Doug gets back, I think them touches get out quick. Well, look, real quick, get off the standings. We'll go back to a quick recap. 1-2 teams. We got Skrilla 1-2. Just keeping on. Dino and Butters. All right. Out of those 4 teams, I know we still ways away. Who has the best shot to make the playoffs?
I mean, I'd like to say myself, but I'm gonna be honest. I think out of the 1-2 teams, the best team is Garrett.
Garrett has a solid squad. Okay, I mean, a little iffy, the running back wise and receiver wise, Devontae and Deshaun, but they both solid. Skrilla, they both solid. I think Devontae Parker is going to be a top 20 receiver when it's all said and done this season. So as long as those running backs stay healthy, your side. And I was talking trades all day with Dean. Dean's team solid too. It really is.
Now, so the 2-1 teams, who has the least chance of making the playoffs?
It's Chris. It's Chris. Chris, after making that trade, bro, you crippled your fucking team. You about to rob the 2 tight end set the whole year. Meanwhile, thank God at least you got Carson Wentz. Cam can get the job done.
Told you.
Nonetheless, dude, now you're looking at receivers. You literally have Emmanuel Sanders, Snead, and Doug Baldwin. Doug Baldwin's got a little growing issues, so I don't know. I don't think you have enough there. Sure, you're only going to play 2 of them because you're going with Kelce and Gronk as your tight end and flex, but I don't think Chris makes it. I think comes up short, bro. I know he's sitting there, yeah, okay, we'll see. Fuck you. You ain't going to make the playoffs. You'll be sitting with your fucking cousin. You're going to be sitting there watching the rest of this beast fucking in the playoffs. All right? So let's get rolling to it. Quick little recap of last week. So we'll roll with it real quick. So me and Dino, I beat him 112-86. Obviously, dude.
Mine's the performance out of Tom this week, bro.
Tom, bro. He's as good as they get. He's the GOAT. Easy E came through for 20 with me on Monday night. Not that I really needed it.
Dude, Michael Thomas is a star, bro.
He's a stud.
I'm happy he's on our squad.
I'm hoping 12 to 15 targets out of him a week, man. Everybody else, not good whatsoever, but enough to get it done. Dino got screwed by the Ravens D. They fucked him down over there in London.
Derek Carr didn't show up for you this week, Dean.
He didn't.
Kind of expecting more. Oakland's whole team as a whole looks shitty.
They did. Fortunately for Dino, man, Jordan Howard, even though his bum shoulder, dude still got 35 points. He had like 128 and 2 touches. So, I guess that kind of helps clarify a little bit that timeshare going on in Chicago with Tariq Cohen, but nonetheless, Dino, not enough for you. I got you. Brings me to 3-0. You down to 1-2. Next, we had Casey and SK. Casey, boy, put the whooping on you, SK. Put the whooping on you.
Set you off right, Casey. Fucking Ty Gurley did as much as you could ask out of him on Thursday night, and really put SK behind the 8 ball early in the week, dude.
SK for being week 2, TFL's highest score, to week 3, lowest score of the entire season. SK, your team just Friday shit the bed on you, dude. Big Ben, obviously, when he's on the road, you might just want to look for alternative resources because he just can't get it done on the road. And then TJ Anderson, obviously Leonard, he was obviously still productive, which has been a bright spot, man. Leonard's killing it for you.
Your fucking defense. Hey, I'm not arguing Seattle's not a good defense. They ain't getting it done right now for you.
Yeah, Seahawks -7 ain't gonna get it done. And Casey Boyd, another big game out of all your guys, your running backs, especially T.Y. Hill, man. That was a T.Y. Hill sighting. That's obviously good in your behalf, especially considering Scott Tolzien or Jacoby Brissett, one of them's throwing the football. So, Casey Boy, you're up there with me, 3-0. SK down to 2-1. Next we had my man, Ron, taking care of business. 145 to 136. Well, fucking Dylan. Dylan dropped you to 0-3. Couldn't be more excited. So, no, how'd you get it done, bro? I mean,
dude, my boy Kirk Cousins came through.
Captain Kirk, man. Captain Kirk.
43 for me on Sunday night. Really sealed the deal.
That it did. Captain Kirk did his thing. 27 out of high on Thursday night was big time. And obviously Cooks, man.
My boy Brandon finally showed up, bro. I knew it was coming.
That was huge, man. Obviously some of your support players, CJ2K, didn't do what we thought. I thought he was going to get a few more touches, a few more yards for you. Kel went down with an injury. But everybody else fairly solid. For you, Dylan, Rodgers did his thing, man. Give him credit. Larry Fitz, 120-something a touch. DeMarco, big-ass touchdown run, 70-some yard touchdown run. Ajayi. I was terrible against the Jets. They had him projected as like the #1 back that week. Fucking suck. And Jaquiz Rogers 2.5. Ain't gonna get done for you. So, nah, boy, got that dub, baby. Get that monkey off your chest, baby.
Feels good.
I know it does. All right, next matchup we had. Let's get rolling. We got Pop. He took down Alex 137, 90 to 92.7. Once again, huge game out of Kareem Hunt. Enough out of Jameis and everybody else. Julio 10.5, Golden Tate 13.5. Pop's team still producing, bro. And then Alex just 0.8 out of Amari, 0.6 out of Rudolph.
-1 out of your defense, dude. Whenever your defense gets minus points,
it's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough. So, Pop, you moved to 2-1. Alex, unfortunately, you down to 0-3. Next, we had Chuck and Garrett.
Chuck was high score of the week.
Chuck was high score of the week, man.
Chuck.
Good job, Chuck. Okay, solid across the board. Huge game on the Stephon Diggs, man. They freaking absolutely shredded Tampa Bay.
Dalvin Cooks, another monster game.
Both of them, man. Both of them killed it. Matt Ryan, enough points for you. Le'Veon, 20. Solid across the board, despite Jack Doyle getting you 0. Skrilla, dude. I mean, it's hard to... when you score 130 points, 129.9, you expect to win. It's kind of one of the weeks you went against Chuck.
Marshawn Lynch fucking let you down, dude.
Yeah, only 4 points out of Marshawn, man. That's not going to get the job done. Solid everywhere else, though, but just not enough to beat Chuck. You lose by 20. Chuck 2-1. Skrilla, you 1-2. And finally, Chris taking down Butters, 100 to 79. Butters, your team, just not too good, bro. Especially after your boy Crabtree. Coming in the week, #1 ranked receiver, gets you 0.9. But is that just not going to get the job done? 9.2 out of Simeon, or you're expecting a big game out of him? And then, Chris, I guess you just had enough done, right? I mean, Odell, no, Musquan, 2 touches. I'm looking forward to that. And then Gronk.
Ron Cam Newton.
He's a scrub.
6.9.
He's a scrub, Chris. Hopefully wins, brings you to the promised land. So that was last week's recap. Let's just roll straight into this week. Kind of jump right into it. So we'll start out with me and Skrilla's matchup right now. Granted, I ain't got Odell on my team, but Skrilla's projected to beat me, I think, by a point, if I just saw that correctly. So no, give me a breakdown. What you got?
Dude, I think it's gonna be a good matchup. Tom is playing Carolina. His defense is pretty decent. Drew Brees is gonna put up big numbers. I expect a pretty good matchup this week, honestly, man.
Yeah.
I'm a little iffy about Garrett. I think what makes and breaks your week is what Marshawn Lynch does against Denver.
Absolutely. So that's what I'm hoping for, obviously. I mean, my matchups are fairly good. Looking at it, I mean, I think Thomas against Miami is going to do solid. Easy against the Rams should be solid. Crowell, hopefully, fucking can at least give me double-digit points. But Marshawn against Denver, I'm hoping they keep him like 6-7 points, single digits.
Denver's rush defense, you don't know which one's going to show up. Is it the one that shut Ezekiel Elliott down for freaking 5 yards, or?
Yeah, LaShawn had a little bit of running against him last
Yeah.
week. So who you got, bro? Do I stay undefeated?
I do, because I think Marshawn Lynch. I think Marshawn Lynch gets bottled up. Oakland looked bad last week, and Denver's defense is legit.
I like it, bro. I like it. Appreciate the love. Next, we got Dino and Alex. All right, I can't see actually the projections the way I got it pulled up, but just looking at it right now, I don't know. No, what you got on this one?
Dude, I am gonna go with Dino.
Dino, all right.
Just because, Alex, I just don't trust your running backs.
Yeah, 100% agree. I mean, he's got a mirror at Minnesota. Going to be a super tough matchup. Buck Allen against Pitt. The Ravens' offense looked absolutely atrocious in London. So you never know what you're going to get there. And then even his receiver matchups, Maury's been banged up, and he's playing fucking Denver. Yeah, all of a sudden he had, I don't know,
He's got
hamstring.
clean on this week.
Yeah, so he's going to have tough matchup. Whereas Dino's looks pretty good. I mean, he does have Carr at Denver.
I mean, Tyreek Hill playing Washington. Washington's defense is not great. Jordan Howard against Green Bay. If Chicago can stay in the game, Jordan Howard's going to get touches.
Agreed. Give me a quick recap. What's your thoughts on Chris Carson for my man Dino? I mean, is he going to be somebody who can ride that train for a few weeks? I mean, maybe the rest of the season? What you think?
Dude, I don't know. They just got so much. They have a lot of talent at running back. does it turn into eventually the hot hand gets the rock?
Yeah, I mean, he's the lead guy, dude. I think if anything, the biggest threat's Pro-Size, but Pro-Size is still he's banged up. He only does third down work because they've done with fucking Lacey, and I think Rawls is that. So Dino, ride a Carson train. We're gonna take you. I think you move up to 2-2, bud. So next matchup we got Chuck and Pop. Okay, Chuck and Pop. I got a feeling it's gonna be a closer, man. But what you think on this one?
Chuck, I'm going with you, bro.
I like it. Bro.
I think Kareem Hunt comes down to earth this week. I think his 3 games of a 60-yard touchdown comes to an end. Le'Veon showed some life last week. Dalvin Cook's been absolutely tearing it up. And, dude, I think we see a Des Bryant sighting this week.
Des Bryant sighting. I mean, he had a touchdown last week. He only had like 2 catches for 12 yards. It was a short touchdown. It was a hell of a touchdown, but outside that, he was quiet as hell. I mean, I know he had Patrick Peterson on him. They played Arizona, but nonetheless.
And Buffalo has a pretty stout run defense. I expect Mac Ryan to throw the ball quite a bit this week.
Yeah, and unfortunately, dude, that's why I got to give the lean to Pop. And I think part of that is I think Russell Wilson. I think he's going to shred Indy. I really do. I mean, the only chance that he has a low game, I feel like, is if they just kind of just start blowing him out. They actually look like the Seahawks. Everybody thinks, and they run the ball and he doesn't get a bunch of stats, but. Julio's going to get his. Delaney Walker's solid tight end. I'm not too high on Glizzy, though. I still think Carolina's rush defense, goal line defense might keep him out at the end zone. But, Jags should be able to bounce back against the Jets offense. They're still terrible, so I'm going to get rolling. All right, here we go. We got 3 matchups. Here we go. So, next one we got. All right, Casey and Chris. What you got, Noah?
I'm going to go with Casey on this. Chris, I think you hurt yourself getting rid of Odell Beckham. I think Philip Rivers has a bounce-back week this week for you, Casey. I know he kind of shit the bed last week, but I think he comes back strong this week.
Yeah, I think so too, Casey. I mean, you got Todd Gurley, bro. He's on a hot streak, man. Keep riding that train. Casey, we got you, all right? Next one we got you and Butters, bro. You and Butters. What you got here? Right now, let's see.
Going with me, bro. Butters, Butters, you fucking suck.
Butters, you suck, all right? I got to agree with you on that one, dude. Right now, you projected to be my 10 points. JoJo's coming out party. JoJo's coming out party
this week.
This week, I think so. I think Cooks has a big game against Carolina, man. Captain Kirk at KC, we'll see. But Butters, I don't know, man. Crabtree at Denver. But I got to go with Naughty Boy on this one. So, I'm going to say 2-2, bro. I'm going to say keep the win streak going, baby. And then finally, last matchup of the week. Finally, we got SK and Dylan. SK and Dylan. Here we go. Quick predictions. What you got?
I'm going to go on my boy SK.
I'm going to go with you too, SK. We always had to go against Dylan. So that's what we're rolling with. We'll break it down more from Mexico. We out.